Yes. Yes. How long, for how long, and when, I won't tell you, but yes and yes. It's possible. I can't speak. I will never answer another Caroline question. No, I'm kidding.
You know you're going to get asked.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm going to be 100% honest about Caroline. Is I do think that there is a potential at one point for us to see her on the originals. I just think that it's going to take each of their individual characters getting to the right place where that feels like an organic choice. And that might take some time, and I know that's the kind of answer that not a single fan in the world is going to like very much. But, you know, you got to get them both there. And right now, neither of them are in a place where, you know, they really should be in the same universe. I don't see Caroline in the New Orleans universe at all right now. It doesn't fit. Yeah. So in the life of the series, it's definitely a possibility. In the next 6 months, probably not. But we are sitting around talking about a crossover, not with Caroline, but just with the Vampire Diaries universe. That if it works out, I'll be very excited. But it's too soon to tell, and until we actually literally roll camera on that, I won't believe we're going to make it work. So.
Are we going to be getting some class maybe
Everybody likes to see a handsome man cooing over his child. I hope so. We want our family to be able to connect with their child. Obviously, the whole plan is we have to stay as far away from as possible, because otherwise we're outing all this, destroying all this effort we put into making sure nobody knew she's alive. But we've been talking about really smart and organic ways to get a moment, even though, where our characters don't look stupid for doing it, but it fits right into the story exactly where we need it to.
Played a moonlight factor in the sense that when you hear the fans asking for couples to be created or people to work together, is there not science in television that says, I hear you, but I'm going to hold it back as long as I can to build the tension, separation?
Yeah, I mean, I get in the fights with my own writers in the writers' room about when certain characters should kiss. And they get so mad at me because they'll write a script and they'll break a story, and then they'll be, last year it was like, and then Elijah and Haley kiss. And I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Because you got to hold off on the kiss. You got to hold off on delivering that. Longing and wanting, in my opinion, is more powerful than getting. And it's not to say that it's a big tease, because that's not fair either. It's just that there's less conflict and there's less storytelling and interesting storytelling in happiness. So when you're going to get two characters happily together, you better have a lot going on that can support the rest of your show, so that those two characters can exist in peace together. And there are shows like Derek and Meredith on Grey's Anatomy that I reference in the Vampire Diaries writers' room all the time. Is like, you can have a happy couple and that you don't need to force conflict for, and you can feel so happy and comfortable with them, and it just makes you smile. You find your conflict elsewhere. So, it all depends on the context and the show and the couple and the timing. He's not yet, because he was a series regular on True Blood. So we've just finally started writing the script where hopefully we see Jackson again. We love him. We thought he did a terrific job. I think it's a great character, and we have a great story for him. So we'll see if it works and how long it lasts.
Who writes the Becca's lines?
Oh, that's good. I have a feeling I'll give the credit mostly to probably Claire Holt for being as good as she is, but we all collectively can probably take credit for a piece of gold, a nugget of Rebecca Gold here and there, the whole writing staff. Thank you.
How is Haley
Well, a lot of times women who give birth can go through some struggles and some hard times, and when you compound that by the fact that she actually doesn't have her child in her possession, and also every single emotion she has is now supernaturally, heightened because of the vampirism and the hybrid thing. She's a mess. She's not good. Elijah's worried about her. He's his concern. Yeah, Elijah's concern is that he's not equipped to take care of her, and that he might need a little help in the form of his brother to kind of step up and be a good friend to her. And of course, Klaus doesn't like being a good friend to anybody, so we'll see if he can get on board with that.
What's been your most challenging story so far?
Oh gosh. It's funny that the hardest part of the entire first season, weirdly enough, was the very first episode, because we had already done the spin-off episode of the Vampire Diaries, and then we were told by the network, you can't assume that A, anyone's watched the Vampire Diaries, and B, anyone saw that episode. And even if A and B are true, they have, C, they probably forgot it all already. So you have to kind of create a new pilot. You have to introduce this world all over again. And trying to crack that nut was like, Narducci and I, we almost went insane, trying to figure out how to make it compelling, how to make it just not 42 straight minutes of exposition. I mean, I think it was like 27 straight minutes of exposition, but it was an incredible burden. And I remember some critic commented on, that it was just exposition central. And I was like, listen, mister, you try this. You have no idea what we just went through trying to get this on the page. Like, just give it a shot and see how it goes. Thanks, guys.